Okay, change of scenery today in the beautiful Swiss forest. Today I want to speak about something a little bit different, and that is business in general, business and life in general. For me, business and life are practically one and the same thing. I'm not one of these people who goes to the job, forgets his life, comes home from the job, and forgets his job. For me, it's 24 hours a day, and it's great because I love what I do, and I finally do what I love. And I want to speak today about a key topic, a key that can help to keep the ideas you love going. There's a thought leader who helps entrepreneurs build, let's say, large-scale businesses. His name is Alex Charfen, and he wrote the Billionaire Code. The Billionaire Code came about when he studied many multimillionaires and billionaires to find out what stages, which steps did they have to go through in order to reach the different levels of success. And he found out there are about 5 different stages that someone goes through to become an entrepreneur, to reach the entrepreneur status, the billionaire status, and so on. And he classified in each of those steps what you need to focus on in this stage, what are the characteristics in this stage, and what are the possible hurdles, the things that you have to overcome in this stage. And that's what I want to speak about, the things that you have to overcome in stage 1, which is the starter stage. The starter stage is when you have an idea, and it's you, and you have to start it, and you have to do everything. You're not yet an entrepreneur, if we're really honest about it. If we really look at the different levels. So what one needs to focus on in the starter level is systems and processes as the first thing, and cutting out the noise. Cutting out the noise means there are so many different things to focus on. Some call it shiny object syndrome. You're like, oh, I'll do that. Or some call it, so many different things that you have to do in life. And by creating the systems and processes, you are able to narrow in your focus to start getting that thing going. And believe me, getting something started requires a lot of energy. Once it's started, it's much easier to steer. It's kind of like an airplane when it takes off the ground. It needs so much energy to get moving, to propel it into the air. And once it's flying, it can use a little less energy. Or we can look at the albatross bird in that respect. He needs so much energy to lift off. But once he lifts off the ground, after running like almost 1 kilometer, he can lift off the ground and fly hundreds and hundreds of kilometers with very little effort, just gliding with his huge wings. So of course business is not super easy once you get it off the ground, but it does mean that in the beginning it takes a lot of effort to focus and narrow in and cut out distractions, because now here I'm coming to the point. Because what a business needs most in its infancy, in its in its small phase, is momentum. Momentum is the key to grow business, to grow project, to grow into what you need to be, let's say. Without momentum, you lose interest, you lose energy, you lose inspiration to keep going, and ultimately you drop that project for another one and you never reach any level of success. So we can conclude that momentum is the most important factor for the starting stage of a business or a project of any sort. And to keep momentum going, we need to cut out the noise and develop systems and processes. For example, one of my systems and processes is I use project management software. Like one of my favorites now is ClickUp. And I put everything in there. I get used to getting things out of the head and getting it logically organized. Okay, what do I have to do next? What do I have to do next? Another system I have is taking notes using Evernote. Okay, documenting, structuring things, creating processes that will allow you to scale. Scaling is the key word here. Why you need processes? Because if you want to go beyond the starter stage, it's a question of scaling. Scaling means taking something that's small and duplicating and growing into something bigger. So that's what's on my mind today. Keep momentum flowing. Think about it. What in your life can you do to keep the momentum going? Which systems and processes can you put in place to cut out the noise, to cut out the constant overwhelm in the brain? You know, get stuff out of the mind, quiet down, because when the mind is quiet, the ideas necessary to grow and maintain your projects are more energetic.